Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. The statement of the governor of Edo State, Monday, Okpebholo, which is considered by many as a threat to the life of Peter Obi, is still in the commentary section of the Labour Party, Obedient, and even the entirety of Nigeria. Virtually all those who are involved, celebrities involved in politics, they are dragging him, and most Nigerians were expecting he was going to apologize. But guess what? The subsequent reactions we are seeing from Edo State, coming from APC chairman of Edo State, and even the commissioner of information points to one direction, that they are not sorry over the statement made. Maybe because of the fact that they are not conversant with the constitution of Nigeria. It has to do with, the fundamental human rights of Nigerians. But however, the Obedient movement and some key civil society organization has taken a step further to escalating it. Don't forget that as a governor, he has some kind of immunity that will not allow the likes of DSAs or the police to investigate or to probe or to call him for questioning. However, civil society organization and some supporters of Peter Obi have taken a step further, and it has to do with escalating it to the UK and also to the US embassy. Let me give you detail of what has just happened. Now, according to the news, the Leadership and Accountability Initiative has petitioned the United States Embassy in Nigeria, urging the imposition of a visa ban on the governor of Edo State, Monday, Okpebholo, and members of his family over trade to defend the life and liberty of presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi. In a letter dated July 21st and addressed to the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, Richard M. Mills Jr., the group raised alarm over what it calls a grave threat to democracy, stability, and the political coexistence following comments allegedly made by Governor Okpebholo. According to the petition, the governor had on Friday, July 18, 2025, openly warned Mr. Peter Obi against visiting Edo State for any reason, stating that ominously that whatever he sees, he should take. The group condemned the statement as a direct threat to his life, his freedom of movement, and his right to participate in the democratic process. These amount to state-sanctioned intimidation, abuse of office, and a dangerous assault on the Nigerian democratic space, the letter reads. The organization further expressed concern over what it described as a growing pattern of hostility against the Labour Party leader, citing a recent incident in which another state governor allegedly denied Mr. Peter Obi access to his state. According to the letter, it says these actions are not isolated. They form part of an orchestrated attempt to isolate, silence, and possibly endanger the life of Mr. Obi, while also weakening the multi-party democracy in Nigeria. In calling for international sanction, the group outlined two key reasons. One is violation of democratic norm. It argues that threatening political opponent is an attack on the principle of democracy and the rule of law. Two, abuse of state power, that the governor, it claims, is weaponizing state resources to suppress opposition voices and discourage dissent. The petition concluded with a plea for swift intervention from the international community and to deter further erosion of Nigerian democratic values. Now, it's not just the UK embassy in Nigeria. This letter got to also, as you can see, the US. It also got to the UK, and just to show you that this is not a joke, it has been stamp received by the embassy and acknowledgement signature put there. Also in the UK embassy, the same thing has been done, and I think this is just trying to show how infuriated people are, as it has to do with the fact that even the president, media aides of the president, the likes of Bayo Nanoga, who will immediately make noise when things like this happen in the other side, there seems to be very quiet. Nobody's talking about it. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not calling anybody to order, which unfortunately points in one direction that, they're okay with what is going on. We have to come to terms with one reality, that it's not a fight. Democracy, it's the game of election and all of that is not a fight. it is not something that you've got to be so forceful and it's like, it's your life. No, it's not anybody's life. We are talking about the right of the people to change whoever they feel they should change. And now, the interesting part of this is that so much support is coming from Edo State. Preachers in Edo State, the one that I just saw, a preacher in Edo State, had to lambast those who are Edo indigenous, who are not standing with the governor and with whatever people are saying against Peter Obi. And you begin to wonder, or let me say, you begin to see reason why we're not going to get better. Because unfortunately, Nigerians, there are reasonable number of Nigerians who are very okay with what is going on in the country. It brings to light some of the things that we see in the Holy Book, which we see Jesus saying that they love darkness more than light because their works are evil, And you see somebody, a pastor, this kind of statement being made. Ordinarily, you should be the one to say, sir, it's not good now, according to the Constitution of Nigeria. If the Constitution threatens it, and even the scripture says that we should respect the law of the land. The Constitution stands against what the governor has done. And only for you to come as a preacher and begin to it, they begin to lambast Edo State indigenous who are supporting Peter Obi, or who are speaking against what the governor has done. People like VDM, that's why I say the scripture will be fulfilled as we keep moving further, because the Bible has already pointed out that we shouldn't be shocked how the first will be the last will be in the first. Imagine someone like VDM, a young man who is, always there to fight for the right thing, and he saw that thing, being an Edo boy, he lambasted them and said, this is outrightly wrong. I'm not in support of Peter Obi, I'm not his fan and all of that. But whatever is wrong is wrong. What is not correct is not correct, irrespective of who is doing it. But a pastor came out. It was quite shocking when I saw the video and was busy being sentimental. And you now feel that such people will enroute people to the holy place called heaven. It's something laughable, I must say. And sometimes I just wonder certain persons who are king up behind such people. Because, that's enough to tell you that you ain't going anywhere. You're going to be trapped here on earth, if, whatever he preaches is even true, So I feel the step taken is to curtail him and let him know that no matter how rotten the system is, no matter that globally Nigeria is regarded as a country that have corrupt people and all of that, there are still some sane people who wants to see the country get better, and they will queue up behind anybody to make it happen. Going to Edo State, we all know that he did not even go there to campaign. What he went there to do is to help, to meet up with the needs of the people in Edo State, because they were calling for help. And he went there, met with the need. But come on, since they don't like to see, people being alleviated from their suffering and pains, they get angry. Imagine what is going on right now. Police are everywhere crying, our pension, nothing to write home about. IGP said, I'll take actions and all of that. For me, I feel they shouldn't take action, so that when you begin to reap, because what makes the system as corrupt as this is because some person will walk out of it and they still feel comfortable living their life. It's good that what you sow, you reap it. When you reap it, next time when they tell you, say, it is wrong. Everybody say no. You join and say no. Let's leave it there. Let's be hopeful that UK, US, that visa